on ABC Local Radio. Speaking Out with Rhianna Patrick.
Once There Was a Boy is a new children's book from Aboriginal illustrator turned author Dub Leffler. It's a beautifully illustrated book which tells the story of a little boy who meets a little girl, and together they share a secret. Dub, you've done illustrations for a number of other children's books, but this is the first time that you've written and illustrated something that is your own. How did you go about coming up with the story that we see here in Once There Was a Boy?
Well, it all started with one drawing, and it was just a drawing of a little hut on a beach. So I'd often just sit on the beach in my mind and then let it grow, like wonder who lives in that little hut, and where is this beach, and why is he there, and what does he find on the island. So it would come out of one illustration, and then I'd write the story but in pictures. So the words came after the pictures, yeah.
You began your career as an animator. How did you go from that visual arts career to what we see today in these beautiful illustrations?
Oh, you're the first person to actually ask that. Just after I met my family for the first time, and I was in Queensland, and then I just had this thought that I had a calling to go to Sydney and move back to Sydney, and because I was going to do kids' books. I didn't know how I was going to do kids' books. I had no idea. I didn't know anybody in the industry. Anyway, I moved back to Sydney and ran into an old friend of mine who was looking for a housemate, and I said, well, I'm looking for a place to live. He said, oh, you're an artist. Listen, there's a lady coming tomorrow to the house, and I thought you might be interested. She actually does kids' books. So I didn't even have to go looking for it, Rhianna. It literally came to my doorstep.
It came and found you?
Yes, very faithful. I mean, you begin to see kids' books in a totally different way. You see it as an individual art form.
Dub, you mentioned a little bit there about your family, but whereabouts are you from and where did you grow up?
Well, my mum's country it's Biggamble country, and I basically see myself as from everywhere. I grew up in a town called Corindi, and grew up with a non-Aboriginal family. So I've got to know both sides, and I'm always in the middle. And I mean, as well as having the Aboriginal side, there's also some Syrian and French and Irish blood swimming around in there.
Dub, have you had much feedback so far about the book?
Oh, none at all. I've had good feedback so far, very good feedback. I mean, it's very lucky to have this life.